If you spend any time on the computer, one of the things you'd definitely be considering is going to be a mechanical keyboard. And here on Amazon, these are going to be two of the more popular ones. So here I have the Logitech G413SE, and here I have the Razer BlackWidow V3. So the question you might have is, do I go for this or that? Let's go. So I got both of these keyboards. This is actually my third and fourth pair of mechanical keyboards, and I've primarily been using them because I have multiple computers, and a couple of times I actually ended up killing them. Once we actually had a flood in here, so the keyboard got damaged and destroyed, and the other one actually had, on my older Logitech, I had soda spilled, and that's what it was. So for the price point, these two are going to be competing, and this is the one that I've lived with, and then I have a copy of this one on my computer upstairs. So which one should you go for? So let's start with the Logitech. So the Logitech keyboard, number one that you're going to find, the 413 SE. The SE is going to be the smaller form factor. So you can see how it's a little bit narrower than the Razer that we're going to have right here. The 413 SE is also going to be a little bit more economical, and one of the ways we're able to do that is that this is going to use their own proprietary switches, and instead of having color RGB, this is only going to have clear lights. So if you're typing in an office environment, this is going to be a good way to go. Now these switches are going to be pretty nice. They are fairly tactile. They're not like your industry standard Cherry keys. These are proprietary Logitech keys. And they're going to be pretty good, but they're not going to be as tactile or as light, or for that matter, as loud as on the Razer. So definitely do keep that in mind. There are no pass-through ports on here or anything else along those lines. We do have some of the other keys that they're going to have an extra USB pass-through to go along with it. This is also going to be made out of polymer on here, so there's just brushed aluminum on the top, but not on the bottom. But overall, a pretty good value. Now, for a little bit more money, you have this guy. So this is the Razer BlackWidow V3. Third version on here. One of the things that you're going to find about this one is that it definitely does feel a little bit more upscale. It is a little bit more. This one's primarily meant for gamers. However, I think that if you're spending any time and you're going to be spending time typing on a keyboard, things like that, you definitely should consider this as well. Now it does have RGB, but you can customize it. You can turn it off if you want to do that. On the back, one of the things you're going to find is that you do have a channel, so you can route the cable anywhere you want on there. You also do have three positions total that you can have it. So you can have it flat with a 6-degree rise or a 9-degree rise, versus on the Logitech, it's only going to be one adjustment, and that is it. The cable, so this is also going to be a braided cable. It feels like it's a little bit longer of a cable as well, versus on a Logitech, it's just going to be a plastic rubber coated cable. Now, what's going to add a little bit more value with this one as well is that it is going to come with a wrist rest. Now this one, it's not super soft. This is really just plastic, and it doesn't attach directly on here. The way it's going to work is you can have the keyboard, and it is just going to place right here, and that's it. Now, as far as the typing experience itself, this is going to be definitely more tactile, and at the same time, it's also going to be a lot louder. So these are going to be clickety and tactile. These are the green keys by Razer. So let me give you sorry, a quick typing test. My microphone is right here. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. There we go. That's that one. And then here is the Logitech. Definitely a lot quieter. Now, one of the other differences between these two, I would definitely say that this keyboard, the Razer, does give you a little bit more almost like pushback or pop, versus this one, it does feel like it takes a little bit more force in order to type on. And that's actually one of the reasons why me personally, I'm going to replace putting this one on a computer that we use less frequently, and for the video editing machine down here, and where I also do a lot of scripts and I plan a lot of videos, this is going to be the way to go for me. So hopefully that gave you the information that you need in order for you to decide between the Logitech 413 SE and the Razer BlackWidow V3 on this episode of This or That, and I'll see you in the next video.